Well, people, look where we are now. Look how the turntables. Let's have a little talk about this title race, because I don't know about you lot, you City fans out there, but I'm starting to feel a whole lot better. Not that I ever doubted that we could, and I believe we will win the Premier League, but that little sticky period of only one win in 6 games pre-Club World Cup all of a sudden seems a bit like a faded memory, because we went out to that Club World Cup having drew with Crystal Palace right beforehand and won 1 in 6, like I already said, and we gave our 2 main title rivals, who I believe to be Liverpool and Arsenal, a great opportunity to capitalise on our downfall. Now, we've come back, and since we've come back, we've beaten Everton. Very tough game to go away to Goodison Park right now. And then we beat Sheffield United at home. Now, not the toughest fixture, but we had to get the job done nevertheless. And somehow, we find ourselves sitting in 3rd place and a game in hand over Arsenal. Now, let me check the league one more time, just to be 100% certain of how far behind we are of Liverpool. But we also, so we're 2 points behind Liverpool, and we're going to have a game in hand on them as well. So I've got Joe here with me. I want to have a talk about this title race, because I'm feeling a lot better, Joe. I'm feeling a lot better. I don't know about you.
Yeah, medicine. I can't believe it. They should have killed us when they had the chance. Like, this was the opportunity. I mean, it was. Like, let's not get it twisted. This was the best opportunity they had to get up, a few points ahead of us, which is something that, even then, being double digits ahead, we know is still not enough to count us out of a title race, because we have come back from that before. But they still had the prime opportunity of capitalising on us just not getting over the line in games. We had a horrible run of fixtures. And somehow, like you said, after Arsenal gave it all the talk about going to Anfield and getting a point and all of this, somehow, after even beating us as well, let's not forget, they beat us as well this season. And we're still above them with a game in hand.
It's crazy. I was looking at Arsenal's results, and I haven't paid too much attention to our title rivals like Liverpool and Arsenal, because I just like to watch City. I like to focus on City. But with the results that have come in recent weeks, I've started to look at them a bit more, particularly Arsenal. They've only beaten Brighton in the last 5 games, losing to Villa. Obviously, we did the same thing. It is what it is. Then losing to West Ham, and then losing to Fulham. And I'm saying, are they really that clear of us in the way that Arsenal fans like to suggest they are? Are they really better than us? Like many Arsenal fans like to suggest they are. And as you said, people doubted us. Many people tried to count us out. And that's a massive, massive mistake that you can never make with Manchester City. You need to have big minerals to go on and win a Premier League. And we gave you a golden ticket, Arsenal. Listen, I'm looking at Liverpool now. I actually owe Liverpool a bit of an apology, because on the Big Six I said Arsenal are the team that I'm worried about the most. I don't feel like that anymore. And it's not just because, Arsenal have had a slightly bad run, but, it's a bit of an enigma. They'll be able to fix it. They'll go out next week, they'll go on a run. I watch their performances and I say, Arsenal, you're too predictable. You're too easy to beat. You're actually too easy to beat. You're easy to defend against, and then you get hit in the counter-attack. I'm feeling good, and I mean, people always say you should focus on yourself. And I'm going to focus on us right now. And I'm going to tell you why I feel just fine about us. I was in the Etihad yesterday at the time of recording when we beat Sheffield United. The performance, although it was, you could say, only 2-0, and you'd like to think maybe on a better day we'd hit them for 4 and 5. It's only 2-0. With no De Bruyne coming on, no Haaland, no John Stones, Diaz came on very late, no Doku, and we still were resilient enough hold on for a clean sheet, which it's rare for us recently, and get our win. And then you have to worry about, if you're a rival fan, the fact that City have all these players to come back. The biggest roar of the day yesterday, Joe, I'll tell you for a fact, was not when Rodri scored, was not when Alvarez scored, it's when Kevin De Bruyne went out to do his warm-up. It's when Kevin De Bruyne went out to start stretching his hammies and his groins. The biggest cheer of the day happened around the Etihad. Why? Because we just saw the man come off the bench that we know He knows how to do this. He knows how to win a title. We all know, the footballing world knows, this guy is the difference maker between us winning and not winning the Premier League. And then there's Erling Haaland as well. Then there's Erling Haaland to come back as well. And to throw on top of all of that, much easier said than done. Granted, we have a very, very favourable run of fixtures lying ahead of us. We have Brentford, I think, twice. We have Everton at home. We've got Burnley at home. Chelsea at home. I'd like to think there's revenge on the cards there. I don't fancy them coming to the Etihad to take anything off us. Life is all of a sudden looking very good for the depleted, no hunger, as many of you said, Manchester City. I'm feeling very, very optimistic about 4 in a row, Joe. Good rhyme.
Very good rhyme. Very good rhyme. But so am I. I mean, how can you not feel confident when I'd put my neck out on the line? I don't even know if it's put my neck out on the line by saying that we have had what I think would be our worst period in the season already. Like, I don't think we will be that bad again. Like, I struggle to see us being that bad because it was very bad. But, I mean, you can't not feel good to be 2 points behind Liverpool with 3 wins in 8. And like you said, those favourable run of fixtures we've got coming up, like, I can't help but feel confident with the players coming back as well. I mean, I heard the roar when he went out for a little jog, Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, you'd have sworn we scored again. Like, that's how it was. You just sworn we just popped in another one because, I mean, everybody knows, everybody was on their feet, and you know, it would add to that. You have Haaland as well missing. He scores pretty much every game. Like, it's scary. It's really, really scary.
I really believe we're going to win this league. I really, really believe we're going to win this league. But we need Man City. The title of this video, you're seeing it, I'm going to say it. Man City must rise now. We gave each team in this title race a golden opportunity to put some broad daylight between us. Not just a couple points and give themselves a little head start going into the business end. No, we gave you an opportunity to put broad daylight between us and give Man City a massive mountain to overcome, and you didn't do that. You did not do that, and that's a massive, massive mistake. I already said in this video, you need massive minerals to go on, capitalise on a Man City downfall and win the league. You're not showing the minerals. You're not showing the minerals, Arsenal. Liverpool, the jury is still out for you. I've watched a bit of you. I'm not that afraid of Liverpool. I'm not that afraid of them. I just don't see the consistency in them. They're scraping wins. Yeah, you can give them credit for that, but I'm just not sure on them yet. I'll make my full judgment over the course of the next month or two at Liverpool when the pressure really starts to heat up. I think in a couple of weeks' time, we could be back on top of this table. I'm not going to lie, Joe.
Yeah, I don't think it's out of the question. I think the main thing I fear with Liverpool, which is the difference for me when it comes to Arsenal, is the experience. They still have players who know how to get over the line, who've pushed us very close before. Manager as well, Jurgen Klopp, he's no stranger to a Premier League title race. I think that's the thing that I'm most looking at when I look at Liverpool is, you know, last season when everybody looked at Arsenal getting way ahead of themselves, everybody was like, they've never been in this position before. We don't know what's going to happen. Liverpool have been in this position before, which will help them. But like you said, I mean, I've not been overly convinced at times. They didn't beat Man United at Anfield. That was a big one. I don't know how they didn't beat them there. Maybe it was complacency there. But, I mean, yeah, like, I wouldn't put it past us going, you know, in a month's time, month and a half's time, us being top.
It all comes down to City needing to rise now. City need to keep going, keep putting the foot on the gas and put a run together in this period of favourable fixtures. Because once we get into March, that's when the big games start coming back at us. We've just gone through a run of very big games before Saudi. The big games come back at us in March and early April. You know, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, all in there. Trips to Anfield, trips to Tottenham. All these traditionally very bogey games come for us in March and April. So these next 2 months, we need to really put a run together and put that run that everyone's fearing Man City will do, make it become a reality. So we need to rise now. We've been given a golden opportunity. We've seen weakness. Arsenal, bottling is in your DNA. I thought maybe you might shake it off this year, but no. Bottling is in your DNA. Liverpool, as Joe said, with Klopp, I'm still waiting for you. The jury's out for you. City must rise now. City must put a run together. Please leave all of your thoughts on everything we said down below in the comments. A crazy few weeks of football. I still can't believe we found ourselves in this position, having only won 1-6 just a couple of weeks ago. Please leave a like as well on this video. It massively helps. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's go on and win this league, people. Good night and God bless.